Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. Today's video I'm going to be talking about what I've done so far in preparation for moving out. Now, it's not official yet. We're still in the whole making offers and stuff phase. So, okay, so we haven't got a house yet. But we were close at some point, so I did start my preparations and I'm still going to continue anyway because I've still got some stuff that I want to do. So, in preparation for moving out, I have done almost finished a complete clear out. So, my plan is to go through everything in my room, everything, and make a decision if it's getting kept, sold, thrown out, donated, whatever. I've done quite a chunk so far, and I'm really happy with what I've done. Still need to do more, but it's okay. But the main thing I want to talk about today is how I've been using eBay and Vinted to sell my stuff, and just generally how I've been going about it. Because it can be pretty overwhelming to look at all your stuff and be like, oh, I have a lot. I probably should downsize this. Because although technically I'm gonna have more room in a new house, because obviously living with my parents, I have one room. One room is mine. Whereas when I move out, the whole house is mine. I will be living with my partner, so obviously we will be sharing the house, of course. But it's still kind of like, do I need all this stuff with me? Am I still going to use it? You know, I've collected a lot of stuff over the years, to my childhood, etc., and whatever. And it's not often I do a massive, deep clean. So I thought, I'm going to use the opportunity of moving out to absolutely go through every single thing I have and only take things I'm actually going to be needing, using, wanting, you know? Because I don't want to take things just because I have it now and just for it to then just lay in a new house doing nothing. Unless it's obviously like an ornament or something. That's what they're intended to do. But you know what I mean. So, but as I said, it's overwhelming. So I've done it in parts. I have not dedicated one day or one weekend where I'm like, okay, I'm going to get everything done and I'm going to sort through everything. No, I've done it in parts. So I'm like, right, okay, let's tackle this corner of the room. Let's tackle this shelf. Let's do this shelf, you know, here and there. And then I process those things. I'm like, okay, what's throwing out? What's trash? What can I sell? Let's try and sell those first, clear those out, boom, done. eBay has been fantastic. And I've been on Vinted for a couple months. Vinted is really good for clothes. So I've essentially gone through my entire wardrobe of clothes. And I've been like really strict with myself as well. Because I can be the type of person where I'm like, oh, but I might wear that. Am I really? Am I really? You know? So I've been really strict with myself and I've been putting up a lot of stuff on Vinted. Vinted is a whole other thing that I will talk about in a different section, but that's pretty much the way that I've been doing things. I'm not finished because we did get disappointed with one house. We were so close to finalizing it and then they pulled it off the market. That'll be another video that I'll talk about that. But so I did go through a mad phase of just proper grinding through my stuff and then we kind of got disappointed and then I've kind of lost my momentum. But back in it again. So I'm really looking to go back into organizing my stuff again. eBay was really good for more of the expensive items or like collector's items. So I am a PC gamer and I did upgrade my PC last year and then I kept the parts. I was debating on building another machine, but then I was kind of like, because obviously the thinking was space in the new house and whatever, so I'm just keeping one for now, my current build, but I sold all of my spare PC parts. I got a decent chunk of money for that. The thing that I like to do on eBay the most is auctions. I don't like doing buy it nows. I kind of just I do 7-day auctions, and I kind of set the price not with something that I'd happy with, but like low enough to gain traction so that I get a bid on it. So kind of like a worst case scenario that I'd be happy with. Because on eBay you're not going to get full price for it back. You're not going to be making profit unless you're what's it called, going through charity shops and getting something dirt cheap, stuff like that. But when it comes to tech, you're not going to be making profit from tech. So I knew I just needed to get rid because I didn't want tech lying around. So it's really good for old PC parts. I made a good decent chunk of money from that. I went through all my collectibles and I'm like, I don't want to take all this, so I sold some of that. Sold them for pretty cheap, but it was just to get rid. I attempted some pop figures because I kind of downsized my pop figure collection. Nail art supplies. I'm a big fan of doing my own nails at home, so I got quite a big collection, but I knew I needed to downsize that because I currently have like a 2-desk setup for all of my nails and whatever, because I used to do some nails from home like pre-COVID, but then COVID kind of ruined that, and then my health went downhill, so I just do mine and my mum's nails. So what I wanted to do was compact that into one desk, because I'm also gonna use that desk as a recording desk as well, so I'll be doing multiple things from it. So I went through all of my nail stuff, made sure everything was sanitized, etc. Made sure I put in the description that some of it was used, so it's their own discretion. A lot of nail art. Somebody got a really good deal on nail art, actually. I just went through all of my nail art and I was like, only take out what I really, really kind of like, what I kind of use, and then just do a massive bundle. Somebody got a really good deal on a massive box of art supply stuff, so I was like, you know what, it's going to a good home, get rid. I was also into painting Warhammer miniatures. Unfortunately, I didn't really have all the paints that I needed to carry on with the hobby, and the hobby is quite expensive. So I kind of abandoned that for a few years. I'd love to get back into it, but it's expensive. So, plus room. Obviously, it was very, very bulky. I had a lot of models. I had some paints here and there, brushes, etc. And I was like, I'm not going to know if I get back into the hobby, so I'm just going to sell it. I had 4 different armies, a lot of different bundles and stuff, some accessories and stuff as well. So I sold all that. Warhammer does really well on eBay. The people buying them got crazy good deals. eBay is really good for tech, Warhammer, nail supplies. I also did some crafting paper as well. So obviously condensing my stuff, putting it into money so that I can actually use that money to then for when I do move out and stuff, fantastic having some extra cash. So eBay was fantastic for that. I need to go around more stuff and, see if I can get rid of more stuff, but I need to plan some more time to do that because, again, it's quite overwhelming, but it's all good. So now let's talk about Vinted. So basically what I did is I went through every single item of clothing, and I was just very critical. I was just like, if it's an instant yes, I keep. If it's I'm like, why is it will I really wear this again? Or is it because I'm doing this in winter time and it's not summertime yet, stuff like that. Vinted is very, very hit and miss. I don't know if I'm doing it wrong or if I'm posting on the wrong time of day, maybe, but I really need to try more on Vinted, because what I did is I kind of did it in batches. So at first I went through all my shoes, and then I'd put up all the shoes I wanted to sell, and then another day I'd go through all of my dresses and I'd put up all the dresses that I wanted to sell. So I was kind of doing like batches, but I don't know if that's good for Vinted. I think Vinted benefits more from like sprinkling it out, perhaps. So maybe a few posts a day rather than a lot at once. I have made a few sales. Sometimes you post something and then it sells within the same day, or sometimes you post something and it will get 0 views, and it's like, okay. No, obviously it could highly depend on the item that you're selling, the price you set out, etc., but very, very hit and miss on Vinted. So what I've started doing is going through what I've already listed. If it has 0 views, I delete it, and then I will make a new post. But I don't spam post anymore. I will like sprinkle out maybe 1 or 2 posts a day. I need to try and do that a bit more to try and get rid of all my clothes, because when I do move out, I'm not really sure what to do with them, because I don't want to take them with me if I've already decided I don't want them. But not a lot of charity shops take donations anymore. It's kind of like you have to like go to a specific place or something, but if they've got too much stuff they can't take anymore, which is kind of what happens around me a lot, because I know they rotate stock around charity shops as well. So I don't know what to do with it. I know H&M kind of has this thing where, oh yeah, if you give clothes you can get money off, but it's just like a percentage, and I'm like, well, I don't want to buy more. I'm trying to downsize my clothes, you know? Because I'm trying not to buy more before I move out again, because obviously we need to see how much space that we've got for clothes. Because obviously it depends on the house, depends on what furniture we can fit, etc. Because I do still have quite a bit, but it's like, ugh. So that's kind of like the preparation that I'm doing currently. I need to get back into it because my room is a mess again. And I need to just sort through more stuff. But I know mine and my partner's plan is also to move in kind of slowly. We don't want to just rush it all in one weekend. Because one thing I definitely know that I want to do is decide where my desk is going so that I can buy a new one. Because my desk is horrible. I've had it for like 10 years. I want a new desk. So the first thing that I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be sizing up wherever my new desk is going, and I'm buying a new one, and then that one is not coming with me. Simple as that. I think the important thing for me is to just be critical with myself with what I've got. Because I really, really don't want to move in and then just be automatically overcluttered, you know? Because right now it might just be because I'm in one room, all my stuff is in one room. I feel overcluttered. I just feel cluttered. You know, I don't really have spots for things. Like, I've just got like a random pile in the corner of my room. But I know it's just gonna take time, which is okay. But I do feel like I need to go through my stuff a bit more and kind of just be a bit more critical. Because I just don't want to take things for the sake of taking things, you know? But of course, it would be a lot easier when we do have a house. We can then slowly start to move things in and be like, right, okay, we've got this space that we can use. Okay, this goes here, yada yada yada, you know? So I do look forward to it. We just need a house. Finding a house is difficult, especially in the current housing market space, but yeah. I'm looking forward to the next step. I'm looking forward to the next journey, especially with my partner. I look forward to seeing him every day. But yeah, I kind of just wanted to make this first step as what I'm doing, basically. I've been doing it for months, but you know. So I don't know, anybody else? What did other people do when they were moving out? What was a good thing to do? Oh, to be fair, we do have actually got things that are ready for the house. So we've already got some things, you know, because obviously buying everything all at once for the house wouldn't have been a very good idea. So like we've already got some towels, we got some stuff for the kitchen, but obviously that is also taking up space. So maybe that's why I'm feeling cluttered, because I already have stuff for the new house in my room. Have some other stuff as well. But yeah. it's a slow process, but fingers crossed. And then I shall take you along on the journey because I do want to. I was going to say document, or maybe vlog is a better word, but I want to vlog my experience of moving out. I was going to say it's my first time moving out, but it's not because I have moved in my childhood. But obviously, that was from parents with parents, so. But I look forward to it, keeping my fingers crossed, and yes. I hope you have enjoyed watching. Any hints and tips would be greatly appreciated on the moving out journey. But I hope to see you in the next one. Goodbye.